My beloved child, before a single tear ever fell from your eyes, before the storm clouds ever gathered over your life, before you ever whispered your first prayer for help, I was already there. You may not realize it yet, but I've carried you more times than you've walked. When your strength gave out, mine stepped in. When you were too weary to fight, I became your shelter. When you couldn't even lift your head, I lifted your soul. I've seen the weight you've carried behind your smile. I've watched the nights when you tried to sleep, but your thoughts wouldn't let you. I was with you when you cried silently in the car, so no one would see. I was the one holding you when no one else knew you were breaking. You don't need to impress me. You don't need to pretend to be strong. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm just asking you to let me love you, right here, right now, as you are. You've walked through fires that could have consumed you. You've faced battles no one else even knew about. But look at you. You're still here. Not because you figured it all out, but because I carried you. Yes, my child, every step you thought you took alone, I was there. When you said, "God, I can't do this anymore," I whispered, "Then let me." You were never meant to carry the burden alone. You were never meant to understand it all. You were created to walk with me, to lean into me, to trust me, even when it doesn't make sense. And today I want you to hear something deep in your spirit. You're not failing. You're not forgotten. You're not falling apart beyond repair. You are simply in the process of being carried. Yes, I know your heart still hurts. I know you wonder if the healing will ever come. I know how tired you are of always being strong. But I'm here to say, you don't have to be strong all the time. You just have to be mine. Because when you are mine, your weakness becomes the very space where my strength shows up. Your cracks are where my light shines through. Your scars become sacred places where I have touched your life. I want you to look back with me for a moment. Remember that season when you thought it would break you? When it felt like the darkness would never lift? You made it through. Not because the storm disappeared, but because I walked you through it. You may not have felt me at the time, but I was the one holding your hand when you were too numb to feel. I was the whisper in the silence, the breath in your lungs, the peace in your panic. You survived that storm, not by accident, but by grace. And now, you're here. Maybe still hurting, maybe still healing, but still standing. That's not weakness. That's a miracle, and I'm not finished. What I've started in you, I will complete. Every wound will be redeemed. Every tear will be remembered. Nothing will be wasted. Today is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter of trust, of healing, of renewal, of restoration. But to write this chapter, I need your heart. Not your perfection, not your performance. Just your heart. Let me carry the weight that's crushing you. Let me lift the anxiety that's stealing your joy. Let me speak peace to the storm inside you. Because I haven't brought you this far to leave you now. I didn't walk with you through fire only to abandon you in the rain. You are my child. You are my joy. You are worth every battle I've fought. For you, and oh, how many battles I've fought. Battles you never even saw. Times when the enemy tried to discourage you, derail you, destroy you. But I stepped in. I shielded you. I covered you. And even now, I'm still fighting for your heart. Not to control you, but to free you. To remind you that your worth isn't in what you do. It's in who you are. And you, my child, are mine, so take a breath. Feel my presence, let the noise of fear grow quiet. You are not alone in this. You never have been. I have carried you. Through every storm, through every valley, through every dark night. And I will carry you still. My child, There are moments when life hits you so hard it feels like the wind has been knocked out of your spirit. I know that feeling, when you try to be strong for everyone, yet inside you're crumbling. I've seen you pull yourself together with trembling hands, smile while your heart breaks quietly, and keep moving forward even though you don't feel okay. You may think no one noticed, but I did. I noticed every single time you chose faith over fear. Every moment you walked through pain with grace, every time you chose to forgive when it hurt. That kind of strength doesn't go unnoticed, not in heaven and certainly not by me. Let me speak something into your soul right now. You are not forgotten, not overlooked, not abandoned. You are cherished, watched over, and fiercely protected. Even in the times you felt like I was far away, I was closer than your breath. You see, I have a view of your life that you cannot see. I see how every trial is shaping you. I see how every delay is refining you. I see how even your broken places are being healed in ways you don't yet understand. Sometimes I allow you to walk through storms not to harm you, but to strengthen your soul. To teach you how to lean not on your own strength, but on mine. Because, my child, there will be times ahead when that strength will become your foundation. I'm not in the business of wasting pain. What you've walked through is not pointless. I'm using every part, the tears, the doubts, the setbacks, to birth something holy within you. A deeper trust, a sacred resilience, a knowing that no matter what, I will carry you. You might think, but God, I'm not as strong as others. I don't have what it takes. Oh, but you do, because it's not your strength. It's mine flowing through you. I have placed within you more courage than you know, more purpose than you realize, more light than you've dared to believe. Let me remind you, you are made in my image. That means you carry divine DNA. You are not ordinary. You are chosen, called, equipped. You were never meant to blend in with the darkness. You were made to shine, and I am not only healing your heart, I'm using your life as a message, a testimony to others that I am faithful, even in the fire, that I am good, even in the pain, that I am present, even in the silence. Yes, you've faced losses. Yes, you've had seasons where nothing made sense. But did you notice? You're still here? Still breathing, still hoping, still pressing forward. That is a miracle in itself, and I want you to stop minimizing your survival. You didn't just get through that season. You conquered it with me. You didn't just hold on. You were being held. Every step you took, even the shaky ones, brought you closer to the person I created you to be. You are not weak because you cried. You are not broken because you doubted. You are human, and I meet you in your humanity, not your perfection. My grace covers every part of you. The healed and the healing, the confident and the confused, the joyful and the weary. You are not too much for me. You are not a burden to me. You are my beloved, and I will never grow tired of reminding you how deeply you are loved. There will be times when you feel empty, when the things that used to satisfy no longer do. That's because I am awakening a hunger in you for more, not more things, but more of me. I'm calling you deeper, into trust, into faith, into purpose. You've prayed, God, use me. And I am. Not just on the mountaintops, but in the valleys. Not just when you feel strong, but especially when you feel weak, because that's when my power shines the brightest. So, don't discount this season. Don't my child, you don't have to do life alone. You were never meant to carry this world's weight on your shoulders. That's why I came. That's why I stay. When your strength fails, mine begins. When your confidence wavers, my truth steadies you. When you don't know how to move forward, I walk ahead of you and make the path clear. I'm not watching you from a distance. I'm right beside you, in every moment, in every breath. in every storm. Sometimes I carry you so gently you don't even notice it. You think you're the one getting yourself through, but it's me lifting you. I'm the calm in your chaos, the anchor in your winds, the whisper in your silence that says, you are not alone. You've questioned if I'm still with you. Let me assure you, I never left. Even in the season where your prayers felt unanswered, where the heavens felt closed, I was moving. Behind the scenes, inside your heart, rearranging things for your good. Faith isn't always loud, my child. Sometimes faith is the quiet decision to believe I'm good, even when life is not. It's trusting that I am working, even when nothing looks like it. Do you remember those nights you cried and couldn't explain why? I held you then. Do you remember the days when you felt like giving up, but something, or someone, kept you going? That was me. I've been carrying you through heartbreak and through healing, through confusion and through clarity, through closed doors and unexpected openings, and still, you rise. Not by your strength alone, but by my mercy that renews every morning. Not by your plans, but by my purpose. Not by coincidence, but by my divine orchestration. I am God over your past, present, and future. I hold the keys to what's behind you and the map to what lies ahead. There is nothing, no detour, no failure, no delay, that can stop my plan for your life when you remain in me. You may not feel brave today, but I see a warrior in you. You may not feel worthy, but I call you mine. You may not see the fruit yet, but I see the seeds you've planted in faith, and I promise they will grow. I don't need your perfection. I want your heart. Bring me your questions, your worries, your scars. There's no part of you that scares me, no detail too small, no sin too great, no failure too final. My grace covers it all, and more than just covering you, I restore you. Restore what you've lost. I redeem what you've surrendered. I rebuild what life tried to tear down. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, I am putting things together for a greater purpose. So breathe. You're not behind. You're not too late. You're right on time for what I'm doing in you and through you. Don't compare your journey. Don't rush your healing. Don't minimize your growth. This is holy ground, even here. I am writing a story through your life that only heaven could author. And though the pages have had pain, they will end in promise. You will laugh again. You will trust again. You will walk with joy again. Because I am not finished with you. And my child, what I start I always complete. My beloved child, before you go, I want you to hear me one more time, not with your ears but with your heart. Let this truth settle deep into your soul. Have carried you through every storm, through the chaos you didn't understand, through the pain you never expected, through the waiting that stretched your hope, through the nights when you whispered my name with trembling lips. I carried you, not because you were weak, but because I love you that much. You see, I don't just walk beside you when it's easy. I hold you when your knees give out. I surround you when fear presses in. I pour peace into places that should have been shattered, even when you couldn't feel me, even when you doubted me, even when you ran away. I never let go, and I never will. So now, as this message comes to an end, I want you to walk away not with fear, but with faith, not with heaviness, but with hope, not with doubt, but with the unshakable truth that I am still with you. Tomorrow will come, and so will new battles, but you won't face them alone. You'll face them with me, the one who calms the winds, who commands the seas, who knows your name and calls you beloved. Hold your head up, my child. You are stronger than you think. Not because you must be, but because I am your strength. And when the world tells you you're not enough, remember this. I have already declared you chosen, anointed, equipped, loved. So go forward, not in fear, but in confidence. You're not walking into the unknown. You're walking into the destiny I've prepared just for you, and even if another storm comes, I'll carry you through again. I always have. I always will. Now rest in me tonight, and rise with me tomorrow. You are never alone. You are mine. You are